So we now have official access to Apple's new AI, Apple Intelligence, as well as the vastly new and improved Siri through the iOS 18.1 developer beta that just dropped. And I'm going to show you all the new features in under 2 minutes, so let's jump in. We'll start by checking out the new AI writing tools. These are available to you anytime that there's text on your phone. All you need to do is select all the text here. For example, I have a message about what I'm bringing to a dinner party. You're going to see this new bottom bar. We're going to start by selecting proofread here. This will use AI to check for both spelling and grammar, and not just that, you can go through each individual change and it'll explain to you exactly what it is and what's wrong with it, and you can select to either use the individual changes or revert back to the original. Super useful, I'm going to be using this all the time. Then next to proofread, you're going to see rewrite, but to get to that, we're going to go into the main AI tab. Here you'll see a whole bunch more options, including the proofread we just went to, as well as the rewrite, but there's going to be other options to rewrite it in specific tones, whether that's friendly or professional. We're going to hit on professional here. This is really, really impressive how well it works, just makes it a lot more formal. I like that, so we're going to hit done. Another one I think I'll be using a lot is condense. This is going to shorten down your message a little bit. I think this is really nice to have in your back pocket. Then the last writing AI feature is actually summarization feature. So this is going to be able to summarize text that you're seeing. And to do this, I'm actually going to go over to my email. So I've got this email here. Maybe it's long and I don't want to read through it all. All I have to do is select the text that I again want to look at. Once again, go into writing tools, and I'll be able to either get it as a list, key points, or a summary. Let's just do a quick summary here. It's going to read through that text, and it's going to be a nice, concise summary of what that email is. And on top of that, this summary feature is actually built into a lot of Apple's apps. So I can just click on the little summarize tab here at the top of the email, and it's going to summarize the entire super long email for me in just a few sentences. I really like this. So those are the new AI writing features. Let's check out the new Siri. So of course we have this new animation here that looks absolutely gorgeous, but the biggest difference is it's now just a lot smarter, and it's able to understand things like plain English when you're talking to it. For example, if I want to set my alarm for tomorrow, I don't have to talk to it like a robot anymore. I just kind of talk to it like a person. Hey, I'm just thinking of when I want to get up tomorrow. Set an alarm for 7. Actually, no, set the alarm for 8 because I want to sleep in for a little bit. You'll see it's able to pick up on much more context and real world spoken things, opposed to just having to be a direct command like it was before. On top of that, Siri now has a huge library of information about actual Apple devices, so it can be used as like a tutorial to show people how the phone works. So I could say like, hey, how do I AirPlay on my iPhone? And you'll see this isn't actually looking it up on the website. This is like a proper user guide for the exact question you asked. This is going to be a huge game changer. So far, I'm super impressed with Apple Intelligence and the new Siri, even though it is just in beta. That being said, this is a very early on developer beta, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend everybody jumps on this because there's a very good chance it's super unstable. But so far, it's been really great. If you have any questions or anything else you want me to dig into, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is a really good question. Let's talk about how window management works when you're using the Apple Vision Pro for work and you've got all of these different tabs open. Before I show you that, quick refresher on how navigating the Apple Vision Pro works. All you have to do is look with your eyes. It tracks your eyes. Look at what you want to do. So I'm going to look at the play button here and then tap your fingers together like this. That's going to then cause a click action. Now, crucially, you don't actually have to reach your finger out to tap it. All you do is look with your eyes. You could have your hands down here, like on the keyboard, do a little tap down here, and it will also do that click. So we got that out of the way. How do we manage windows? You'll see I have one of my secondary monitors kind of behind the first one. If you want to engage with the window, all you have to do is look at it and tap. That's going to bring it forward. That's also going to determine what window you're actually interacting with. Like say I'm typing, I could be typing here on my main code window. I could still look up at this other window, but without clicking in and tapping into it, it's not going to engage with it. So if I'm looking up there for notes or something, it's not going to move my typing cursor up there when I want to be actively typing down here. Now, you could tap the windows to bring them back and forth like this, or you could select this bottom bar here, which allows you to move the window around, and you could actually pull it backwards and forwards in space. So you see here, I could bring this GitHub window right in front of me here and cover up that other window entirely. And then I could, for example, push it way behind here, and then I could have the code up front and center. So you'd either move them back and forth in physical space, or select them by looking at them and tapping them, and that will then bring it forward. That's really the basics of window management. Another thing that you could do is totally move spaces. So for example, I'm going to move here to my dining room table where I was on the couch before. All of my windows will persist over there, but what I can do is press and hold the crown here, and it's going to re-engage my workspace in my new area. So you don't have to manually drag and drop all your windows around. They'll just come right to you in the same configuration they were there before.